Hello and welcome to Buckman's Model Mania. Today I'm going to be continuing on the build for the Alien Xenomorph from Agora Models. Decided to not mess with the packaging on the video anymore. Makes too much noise. It's too irritating. So I've got everything already out, including plus the parts from the last stage. So what we've got here is we've got the two parts of the tibia. They're going to go together like this right here. You see the little socket there for this piece here. And about this is what I don't like about the paper packaging. Not only is it really noisy on this videos, but I had to go back and find this because the paper packaging, when you get it, may or may not be broken open because it's very thin. So continuing on, we've got the connector, we've got the calf skin here, we've got this pipe, which is going to run on the back of this piece here, and the calf protector. Plus you got some screws, and let's talk about the magnets. The magnets, you can see there's a black dot on there. That's one of the things they say to do on your magnets, because you've got to make sure that they're all facing the right way, because if you have one you're trying to put this skin onto here and your magnets are backwards because they're going to go here, here, and here on this piece and here to match up, instead of pulling these skin together, it's going to push it away. This isn't where the problem is going to be with the skin. What I've heard is where it stitches together here is where it may cause issues, but we shall see. So let's go ahead and start right off. Already did steps 1 through 4, which is mark the magnets. Next step is to actually I was thinking the next step was going to be to put these two pieces together, but the next step is to actually glue the magnets in place. It's essential that they are all the same way up, same polarity. The magnets need to be fitted with the side that you have marked facing upwards. See the inset. So that what they're talking about is, let me see. It looks like the black dot is facing this way. Doesn't matter which way the black dot is facing, as long as it's the same on both sides. I'm going to put the black dot down so that if I ever peel off the skin, the black dot is not obvious. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go and do that. I'm not going to use the pin vise or the pin to apply the glue. I want a lot of glue in there, and I'm going to give it time to set up. I may actually use some Insta-Set on it. With the skin being flexible, we'll have to see if I can continue to use just regular super glue. I have some other glues it's not super glue, it takes a little bit longer to set up, so I may be using that instead. I will be back once I have that set up. Okay, so best laid plans of mice and men. I had the skin closer to me, so I glued the skin first, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and glue all of the magnets in, and you can see that it actually works pretty well to hold the skin together. I will tell you, you need something that is not magnetic to be able to push these down into place. It is messy. You get glue on your fingers. And I actually had one try and flip over. So let me go ahead and pop this on here. It's just, there's a post in here. Push this down over top. Take the other one. Actually do it the other way around because there's a lip on this one. Push this on here. Push this on here on the other side. If it's gonna, there we go. Just like that. Put the two screws in there and go from there. So let me put this first one in. Get it started. Anybody who has watched me for any amount of time knows that I am going to do the exact same thing every time and start the screws, and when I get the last one started, I will screw it all the way down. So there's the, what was it? What did they call it? Tibia. There's the tibia put together. Says next step was to put the magnets in here. Already done. Fits on there pretty nicely. Just set it together. Place it in place. No longer need this one. This screw should, I believe, and it does, matches up pretty much with the screws from the last issue. That's going to be one of these things. Hopefully, I don't need any spare screws. I'm going to throw them all in here as I go. I could label them, probably will not. So next, you're going to put this piece of pipe onto here, and it goes one way and one way only. You can see different sized holes here. It will, fits really nicely, but it does say to glue it because it will pop right back out. Instead of putting a whole bunch of glue in there, like I did with the magnets, and I've learned my lesson, I'm going to use the needle on everything from now on because I got way too much glue in those holes, which is why I ended up with glue all over my fingers. I'm just going to run a bead of glue on each of the indentations, make sure it's good and coated all the way up, all the way front to back. And then I'll just push this in here like this. This one's actually trying to push up a little bit on this end, so I'll just hold it like this. That should stay. I'll check it later, make sure it does. Let me go ahead and get the glue out of the way so I don't glue anything like myself to the model. And by the way, tweezers don't work putting magnets in because the magnets grab a hold of it. I meant to show as well on if you have a screwdriver that has lost its magnetism, you take it and you just run it along a stack of neodymium magnets, rare earth magnets. That'll re-magnetize your screwdriver really well. So now let me place the entire skull on here. Take the circuit board. And this is how I actually got it back in. I will tell you, once you put this, once you plug this in, be very careful trying to get it back out. It really does not want to come back out. So I'm not going to lock it all the way down. I think I actually went further than I wanted. If it's stuck, stays in there, so be it. Let me uncoil the harness here. Plug in the battery cable. I will at some point be replacing the battery cable. Battery cable came off really easy, by the way. Didn't come off the battery easy when I did it, but it came off of here really easy. We get a generic or Duracell, whichever you want to call it, battery. Not advertising for them. And what you do is there's two buttons on here. One will send it out, the other will send it back. What I would really like to see, and there isn't, is something that would open and close the mouth when it gets out. That would be cool, but it is spring loaded back to be closed. And I'm guessing there's some sort of a stop in the motor that tells it it's pushing and just to stop, because I'm still holding the button and it's not trying to go. Shouldn't do that because now it's doing a little stutter. That's better. It's because it was up. So let me go ahead and disconnect the battery. Work has been done. Jaw mechanism tested. Once the jaw mechanism is tested, disconnect the battery and all cables. And this is what I'm talking about. it's got one heck of a grab on the top of that battery. So let me go ahead and pop this out. And let's see how hard this one's. This one's going to work out a little bit better. Put the circuit board, battery cable in a safe place, coil the wire up, and we're done on this issue or stage. So, and actually that is the end of the first shipment. Looking pretty good so far. I don't have any complaints at this point. I have heard people complain about the clear plastic because the alien wasn't clear and all that. Doesn't matter. I like the way he looks. He's also going to have a big shell over top of that. So, hope you're enjoying this series of videos. Like and subscribe if you do. Leave any comments. And come over to Hobby Time Modelers on Facebook, YouTube, and Discord. And see what's going on. Have a great day today. Have a great day tomorrow. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And I will see you on the next video.